It is possible. woxic hanging in at CT will be considered a little late, mind you, and he nearly comes away with a couple, but not the case. Murder hole not broken just yet. NPL keeps them scared. It's pretty much going to have to be the CT attack here. 4 remain, of course, for the bait side of things. Flash comes over. It doesn't really do all that much. NPL trying to come in from behind and be annoying. He's just slowing them down. Wicadia's got everything right now. Smoke, kit, the jewelies, the armor. He is the absolute raid boss. So a lot of the weight here on his shoulders. He immediately... One jumping up. NPL makes noise. I'm not sure. I think woxic should have been able to hear at least the drop noise. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's guaranteed the kill. Close for a second there. NPL gets a couple of shots off, but woxic will find him.
Back turned. Alex will fall. Maja should be in for at least one here. Maybe a second behind it as well. Spots the head. Gets the kill as well. And in that being said, Captain Türkiye'ye got a clutch in the last round. This one is a... So much going right so early. Now that the guns are in play. Another great shot for woxic as well. Wicadia comes in for 2. And this is prime Eternal Fire. They are cooking bait at the moment.
Yeah, looking good. Looking very, very good indeed, of course. Still a great map for bait, so I hold out hope that they're going to give us a competition here. The early signs from the Eternal sits in the middle of the pack for them, so it may well be tough. They've actually had some decent success on it recently, so see if that remains for them. Maja with the secondary AWP here may well be unexpected. That seems to be the case. He's still going to get smoked off, unfortunately. XANTARES wins his fight out on the A site itself, but he is now being surrounded. It's Calyx to help out. Big damage done. XANTARES still remains alive here. He's got support now as well in the form of Wicadia. Can't stop the bomb plant, but they know where these remaining couple of players are at. The nade helps him out. It's all going to be down to Essential. 1 versus 3, getting into the thick of it here, which is unexpected for sure. XANTARES just flying nades in, but on the edge of the smoke will take him down. Eternal Fire felt like they had that one, and they are really sold on this idea.
Yeah, smoke. We'll keep head trick at bay for a bit. I drove over towards B as the anchor there. No one's going to look in his direction just yet anyway, so it's more about when does Wicadia start to make a move of his own? When does he decide to pull off a short and rotate over? There's 2 in the direction of A. A third is playing at XANTARES via window. Calyx will get the first, and they just completely, you know, no real ult or anything. They're going to get another. In a matter of moments, Alex is all alone. Contact plays with bait. They've not worked so far. I don't know why they think
also
in
not
this.
Necessarily fully lost control of it. Somewhere in the middle, somewhere in purgatory, which...
But even armor's a lottery that the majority of bait can't afford. We're going to go quick here. woxic through the smoke for the first. Calyx up there close as he catches head trick, and this could all start to fall apart. Oh, so quickly, Captain Türkiye'ye uses that AK to good use for the first. Can't get the second. As down he falls, and the nade sees off woxic too. There might still be something here, but unfortunately for NPL, no armor, no gun, surely not. And thankfully, Maja closes it.
I'm trying to find a nice way of going at it, but yeah, they've been playing some rough Counter-Strike given the players that they have available to them. So Eternal Fire, it's a wake-up call. If they look to win this tournament and have a nice springboard into the RMRs, they absolutely want to be qualifying. It started well into this round, but it has fallen away quickly. Seems to be the story in quite a few of these rounds for Eternal Fire. In fact, final one here of the half, so they absolutely will go for this 3 versus 3.
Yeah, just a nice simple A here. Alex up close. Flash comes over, he'll avoid as well, so it lets him set up as well. The second is a beaut of a flash there by Maja and gives XANTARES the double. Wicadia will close it, and that was that second half. Bait started well, but dwindled a little bit in the gun rounds, and I'm not quite convinced just yet, Scriff.
No, neither am I. Captain Türkiye'ye, though, he's trying to do his best. He will go down quickly. Wicadia finding 2, in fact. 5 versus 3 straight out of the gate. Bomb site compromised. Flash towards CT to keep them completely charged here. Julies as well. Where they come from, of course. It is a dangerous looking T-side post plant. Bait may well have sniffed that out. It looks like they were set to save for a moment, but they are reaggressing here. Essential leading this charge as they look to try and take as many heads as possible. Easier said than done, but they will thin the numbers. 2 versus 2. Where do we go from here? No kit available. XANTARES hiding away, loses his head fast. It's all on to Maja, but he has slipped the net. One on the defuse. Can't get off in time, and Maja takes them both. A very...
Hell's making a move here. He's sort of being held for. Yeah, Wicadia. He was waiting for exactly that. Gets gifted the opener on a silver platter.
Maja patiently waiting for a head to pop up there, but there is no one peeking quite yet. Late smokes in. Gives a weird sense of timing here. There's actually a couple players a bit deeper, I think, than maybe they would expect. So just got to be careful on the bait side of things. Still, they are savvy to a B play, and they would indeed be correct. Rotations coming around pretty quickly here. Calyx on the corner. The crunch. Coming in. They're taking their time, looking for the first heads to roll. Calyx is the man to watch. However, nice pre-fire from woxic to deal with him. It's a few kills back in from the low buy, but ultimately not all that much.
Calyx might want to try and go for a fight. The flashbang could be good, in all fairness. It doesn't, yeah, it catches XANTARES, but he recovers and he will get the kill. So, unfortunate for Calyx. Yeah, waiting to see whether bait want to even react to this. Once that bomb goes down, do they just sort of shell up on towards the site? It looks like the answer's going to be yeah. Just keep on what they've got. Stay over towards the B site. Not even that much of a look in for. That's all you need. We're getting mighty close already, though, to what feels like it could be the beginning of the end here in map number 1.
We've found that against the higher end teams, they get used to that, and it doesn't work as well as it initially would at the start of the year. However, saying that, they're going for a pretty cheeky one here. Still committing to it, despite the good timing from Essential on the reload. Flash comes over the top. Maja to open up for the first. Essential robbed of another. Alex ready to go, but he's stabbed in the side. It is all down to Captain Kirker and MPL. Eternal Fire, as I talk their discipline up, I suppose, actually pulled back to their chaotic kind of style. The AWP shot misses. That is a big old deal. XANTARES, they know about him as well, so this looks rough. Molotov and bullets, enough to take woxic down. XANTARES got to do it all in the clutch. The bomb is indeed planted for him in the end, so he can at least play around that. He's going to get flashed. He's looking for the first. He manages to find it. Not on the bomb. XANTARES read this fact, hiding away from the nades, from the spam. Got to be careful, though. He is going in for the hold. XANTARES tries to play the mind games, but MPL felt safe to hold for bait, to be honest with you. Eternal Fire now left again in the difficult situation. Early smokes out towards A will draw attention there. We've got a good position for XANTARES again in the side, looking to be a nuisance, maybe looking to cut off the rotations. But we'll see. Lining the smoke up here. Isn't necessarily going to be a commit, though. I mean, they're pretty far back, to be honest with you. They will make their way in, but they have time to prepare on the bait side of things. Now down to just 3. Essential with a really hard spot to beat, as always. Trying to do their best. Yeah, Wicadia up on the window. They double swing into it. It's just these initial frags that they've lost, unfortunately. They've created space for the bomb plant. Maybe they can do something with this. We'll see. The contingent on the way. The cavalry arriving. The kits available. Head trick on the AWP. Gonna have a tough time on this B bomb site. MPL's edged his way out slowly. Calyx as well. This is so tit for tat right now. 2 spotted, 2 finished off. Where's the last player? Calyx has spotted him out right at the end, forcing the nade as well. Captain Kirker panicking. The ace on the cards for Calyx, and he surely has got the drop on him now, but just can't land the shots. The kit enough to get the defuse. So XANTARES got to do what he does here. He is looking decent, certainly not missing from the game, but maybe not lights out. A execute, bit more pace to this one for Eternal Fire. The smokes go down, they will move with them. They're going to attempt to get this bomb plant here. XANTARES does well. Alex with the transfer through the smoke. He's looking to deny the bomb plant, not able to do so. woxic up close to the ticket booth, trying to catch him on the way out. Not going to happen, but a nice deep smoke. I like the idea. It gives them a lot of space to work with over there and forces bait into a particular channel. Could be devastating. A lot of automatic weaponry picked up. Big find from MPL. Calyx, meanwhile, a great late round player trying to thread the needle. It's all on Maja, but it's not going to happen. Bait again, moving forward. Eternal Fire then, let's see what they've got. Going to have to be one of their best rounds coming out of the playbook. Interestingly enough, maybe a small note, but, you know, Wicadia no smoke. He's gone full offensive utility, as it were. So there's got to be something up the sleeve here. Early smokes once again towards mid-Nay, but there's not really much follow-up off the back of them. Madge has been caught. I think they may well have seen this one before. You remember early on in the half, XANTARES was the player that was lurking around in that kind of an angle. A lot of damage. The kills keep rolling in as well. Feels like it might just be over here. XANTARES and woxic left to try and bail them out. XANTARES doing his best, and the spam coming in to finish off woxic, and that is a hell of a showing coming in. Yes, the scoreline might look close, but minus the pistol, if it goes the other way,